The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Tama is drawing away, and Tama with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parks Pennsylvania Derby.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
Il Miracolo now in command.
Let's Go Racing is proudly brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Danny Gibson here with Dick Girardi, and on today's show, Parks Racing Hall of Fame trainer Butch Reed invades New York, and he came back with 2 big wins. We'll show you the races and talk with Butch about those big wins. And our very own Dick Girardi was inducted into the Big 5 Hall of Fame, and our Let's Go Racing camera was there to capture all the excitement. This past Wednesday was Caretaker Day at Parks Racing, a day to honor all the workers who help care for our racehorses day in and day out, plus all the races from around the country. These stories and much more on a great show for Let's Go Racing. Well, we sound the same, but we feel great.
Yeah, we feel fine, Danny, but yeah, we're a little, since last Friday, you and I got whatever it was at about the same time, and we're now getting to the point where we're getting over it, but we're not going to sound perfect tonight.
We're not, but we're going to have a great show anyway. Well, we have been having a lot of fun here with these Parks races, and Monday's 9th race did not disappoint.
Yeah, and I picked Jamie Ness in this race, and why would I do such a thing? I like the King Cheek, who won his last race by 100.
Well, I went with margin of error, and of course, we're talking to look back at Monday's 9th race. Optional, no, it's not an optional claiming 40,000, so they're in for that tag, a mile and 70 yards, $35,000 purse. I picked the 4 margin of error, but our favorite is Uncle Irish, the other Ness horse.
Yeah, the other Ness. Now, I picked Ness, and the other Ness is favorite. I can't imagine which one is going to win, Danny.
Well, let's hear it goes. Here's the call of our local race of the week.
Straighten out of the backstretch and run towards the far turn. That's margin of error. Maintaining a neck margin here is Hold the Flight. Has been right there throughout the second spot. The King Cheek is advancing up there, but wide and racing on. That's Brilliant Chase. Uncle Irish dead at the inside with New Commission next, 2 clear of Bob Feed, and at the back still Beyond Best. The half is 47-1. Margin of error. Maintaining that small margin still with Hold the Flight right there second. Uncle Irish is at heavy traffic there, the third spot with Brilliant Chase. Up at the outside, 3 wide, just 2 lengths off the top. New Commission has saved all the ground out at the inside fifth. The King Cheek is in between horses with Bob Feed trying to get rolling wide. And Beyond Best still at the back of the pack. The half was 47-1, 3/4 113-3 out of the top of the stretch. Hold the Flight is taken over here. The double-digit long shot looks for the upset, but it's Uncle Irish late down the center. He begins to tower up here on the outside with margin of error trying to hang in for a slice. The King Cheek is fourth, but it's Uncle Irish. Uncle Irish is drawn clear. Uncle Irish will the score.
And the other Ness, Uncle Irish with the big win there. Paco Lopez aboard. Paco and Jamie actually teamed up for 2 wins on Monday's card, and you hear a different voice. That's Gabe Pruitt, who's filling in for our track announcer, Jessica, while she's out at a symposium in Arizona.
Yeah, look, Gabe's a legendary guy in the sport. Glad to have him in here this week, filling in for Jess.
Yeah, he had some really good calls, too. We are going to head to our first break, but you don't want to go anywhere because we have lots of big national races coming back with Hall of Fame trainer Butch Reed taking 2 stakes in New York.
Head and head up the backstretch, Dr. B and Gerrymander, they're a clear 1-2.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
This is Parks.
This is how you roll, this is how it goes. This is how you pop, this is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you win. This is how you excite, this is how you all night. 360 hit me, now we're going all in. I can feel it calling, the crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parks, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
Let's Go Racing celebrates Turning for Home, a racehorse retirement program that leads the nation. Horse number 4000 is Mrs. Cruz. No doubt, she is loved. and ready for her next life, spreading joy to her new owners.
I'm gonna just send her to go have a happy life for right now. But she's good. She ain't got no problem on her. She just run a couple bad races. That's it. Once her time come, good luck, your mommy.
Thanks to program coordinator Danielle Montgomery and her Turning for Home team for all that you do to give these beautiful animals a safe second career. Happy holidays from Let's Go Racing and the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
Turning for Home, 4,000 horses and counting. We are so very proud of that program, and Danielle Montgomery, she puts her heart and soul into those horses.
Look, it's one of my favorite things that happens here at the racetrack, and I know how proud everybody at the PTHA is in the program.
Caretakers Day was here at Parks Racing. It's become an annual day honoring the men and women of the very backstretch. That's the grooms, the hot walkers, the exercise riders, everybody that's here to take care of these amazing horses.
The people without which this would not happen. Most indispensable people at the racetrack.
And we have more on Caretakers Day with our very own Chris Griffin.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Chris Griffin here for Let's Go Racing. And this past Wednesday, we had Caretakers Day. The caretakers, the grooms, the hot walkers, there are so many people that are involved with one horse just in the barn area. And so we're going to get an opportunity here on this day to talk to some of those great men and women that have been around these horses early in the morning until, the middle of the day or the racing afternoon. It's a full day of work for these caretakers. And today, in partnership with Penn Horse Racing and that great group, they provided these great hoodies, the gloves. So this is an opportunity to see all these great men and women here on Caretakers Day.
I got a lot of family. I got farrier, groom, jockey, starting gate fellows, so I born in the game. So I start grooming right after school, like 17, 16, and I work for only 3 trainers. And my first start for both trainers, I win. First start for all 3 trainers.
We want to recognize you guys every day of the year, but especially on a day like this. Like, what does it mean to you guys?
Well, it means a whole lot, because, it starts with us coming here in the mornings, and they got to see us. We got to feed them and take care of them, and we're like their parents, the horses. You got to start with love and treat the horses right. And as long as you treat them with respect and love, they're going to give you that back, that energy back.
Talk about that relationship of how you communicate with the horses.
Well, I just watch their movements, and I'm not much of a big talker, okay, but I watch them, so I know what I have to do. And they usually tell you what they need done.
What we've repeated multiple times now is how crucial the men and women that are the caretakers are to this industry and to all of these horses. But you've heard from me. Let's find out from the people that work the closest with them, and that's their trainers, the people that run the barn that they will work in. So we got a chance to catch up with a few trainers, and here's what they had to say about Caretakers Day.
Well, I always say there's no I in team, and you're only as good as your weakest link. And having the team of people that are there to support and do the job the way it needs to be done, you can't do the job if you don't have those people.
Hot walkers and the grooms, they're here a lot of hours, a lot of days. This business is a lot of work. Like I said, without them, we couldn't do it.
It's a collaborative effort between the PHRA, the PTHA, Parks Racing. It's a day that we can give back to the men and women that take care of our horses 365 days a year from sun up to sundown, and just let them know how important they are not only to our horses, but to our community as a whole. They mean everything. Without them, all of this doesn't operate, so we just want to let them know how we appreciate them. Every day we do, but today's the day we can go above and beyond to let them know that.
We want to send a special thank you to Penn Horse Racing and their involvement for the hoodies, the gloves, keeping us warm during these winter months. And we'll look forward to the 3rd annual Caretakers Day next year. For Let's Go Racing, I'm Chris Griffin.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, everyone!
Hey! Ho, ho, ho!
Well, there will be a lot of warm caretakers on the backstretch. Penn Horse Racing, of course, with those great gloves and hoodies, handing those out. And we'll have to get a pair for ourselves and stay warm on the set.
Yeah, where's my gloves, Danny? What's up with it?
Well, thank you so much for that great feature, Chris Griffin. We're getting into some national races starting in New York, and it was the Gopher one. It's a Grade 3, $200,000, a 1-turn mile for fillies and mares. And Good Sam is our post-time favorite.
Yeah, Good Sam, nothing but good lines, but they got to do something about Dr. B here for Butch Reed. And Cash is King and LC, and she won this race last year, and she might just do it again, Danny.
Yeah, good field on a sloppy track. Here is the Go for Juan Stakes.
Head and head up the backstretch, Dr. B and Gerrymander. They're a clear 1-2. It's Dr. B who's now a neck back in front, 22.56 for that pressured early tempo. Gerrymander is now back to 3/4 of a length, back in second. Then comes Tizzy in the Sky. Starts to get the hurry up here from Luis Saez, and Good Sam is following that move. They are 4 lengths off the leader. The trailer is Venti Valentine. They work into the far turn, 45 seconds flat for that half-mile time. Dr. B is in front. Gerrymander starts to move back in, and here's Gerrymander now back to within a neck of the leader, and Gerrymander is just looming up on the outside, but Dr. B is finding more to the inside. Good Sam starts a rally. Venti Valentine and Tizzy in the Sky. They approach a 1/4 mile left to go, and Dr. B is still there. It's Dr. B who now kicks, and Dr. B is trying to run them off their feet in the Go for One. Here comes Dr. B opening up that margin up by 3. Good Sam is up alongside the outside of Gerrymander, Tizzy in the Sky, Venti Valentine, but it's still Dr. B who's finding Dr. B with a 16th to go. Good Sam has run up into second, but it's going to be Dr. B.
And Dr. B took command out of the gate and wins back-to-back Go for Juan Stakes.
Yeah, never in doubt. She's won almost 600,000 now. She's 8th all-time in Butch Reed's stable, and we're going to get to another horse who's done pretty well for Butch in a second. But yeah, Dr. B is pretty cool, and for people who don't know, she is named after First Lady Joe Biden.
And a favorite for assistant trainer Ginny Reed as well. They've traveled a lot together to Saratoga and various tracks, and her stall is right outside Butch's office, and she's always waiting there for the cookies and Ginny to give her lots of kisses and hugs.
There you go.
We're going to go to the next New York race. This is the New York Stallion Series, fillies and mares, 7 furlongs, $125,000, and Morning Matcha is the post-time favorite.
Yeah, she's a PA bred, but is eligible for this series, and she has been incredibly well managed by Butch Reed. It shows up in her price, Danny, 3 to 5 in this race. That tells you all you need to know. Morning Matcha.
And the mare Bustin' Bay, who's tangled with the likes of Sweet Wilhelmina, is second choice for Linda Rice.
Another cool horse, 37 starts, 11 wins, 7 seconds.
Here's track announcer Chris Griffin with the call of the New York Stallion Series.
They're chasing Easy Play. Easy Play has got the lead, and here comes Bustin' Bay, Kendrick Carmouche. They're in gear, stalking this pace setter now with less than a half mile to go. Lisa's Vision is moving through at the rail. Little Lindsay holds that position in between horses. Morning Matcha is uncorking her rally, and here comes Morning Matcha now within 3 of the leaders. The trailer is Vallelujah. 46.59 for a half mile time. Easy Play is still there. Bustin' Bay is ranging up on the outside. Lisa's Vision looking for room. So is Little Lindsay the Gray, bottled up in behind horses. And Morning Matcha is trying to swarm them all here. Tips towards the outside on the grandstand side. Morning Matcha is trying to pounce. Lisa's Vision is in there. Little Lindsay is trying to burst on through, and Bustin' Bay. Morning Matcha is now asserted, and Morning Matcha has sprinted clear. It's Morning Matcha who's up by a length and a half. Bustin' Bay is second. Lisa's Vision third. But it's Morning Matcha.
How cool is Morning Matcha? Jockey Michael Sanchez, and I think this notches 14 stakes win for 2023 for the Reed Barn.
Yeah, again, $3.7 million and counting, another record, 3 straight years for Butch. I wrote about that on Let'sGoRacingParks.com. She's almost at 900,000 now. Only one horse in this barn's ever won more. The Great V-Quest, of course, it was a 2-year-old filly champ in 2020. And I talked to Glenn Bennett. LC Racing is one of the partners in Morning Matcha. And Glenn spent the week in Jamaica, where his daughter Samantha was married. He watched the Dr. B race on the beach on his phone, and then he listened to this one on his way to the airport when he was coming home on Sunday. But nice weekend for Glenn and his family. Had his daughter get married and win 2 stakes in New York. When you were able to catch up with the trainer, Butch Reed. Here's more with Danny and Butch.
You have to be so excited. Dr. B with a repeat performance in the Go for Wand. She has just been unbelievable.
Yeah, she hasn't ducked from anybody this year. It's a shame it took us a whole year to get her back to the winner's circle, but it was worthwhile. She's tried everybody in the country, the top sprinters, Echo Zulu and Goodnight Olive and all of them, and certainly held her own, so it was nice to get a win for her.
Any plans for Dr. B moving forward?
Actually, some exciting plans. The Flightline people have contacted us and talked about breeding her for next year. So she's going to have a few more starts, and then we'll make up our mind from there.
Morning Matcha, one of the barn favorites, wins the New York Stallion Series with Michael Sanchez. She has been sensational. What does she mean to your barn?
She's the team mascot. Really been fantastic. She was a relatively bargain buy, and she's closing on $1 million in earnings now. And another one just tries every time and gives it to you. And looks like 7/8 might even be a distance she can handle. That's a couple of wins for her going that distance. So she's been a great find and just a pleasure to be around. Easiest horse in the world to train and just an absolute pleasure.
And Morning Matcha is just a barn mascot for the Reed Barn, and her and Dr. B are next to each other. I wonder if they talked about their big wins in New York.
Probably did. And they've won like $1.5 million between the two of them. Pretty good horses to have in the barn.
Yeah, and great call by track announcer Chris Griffin in that race with Butch Reed with another big win. Well, we're going to stay in New York. This is for 2-year-olds. It's the Grade 2 Remsen, 1 1/8 and Dornock. He's a famous brother to Mage.
He is full brother to Mage. Was really impressive, breaking his maiden at Keeneland. Ran an incredible race to run second at the Sapling in the summer. And Danny Gargan has been on saying for months this is the best horse he's ever had.
And it's not a 2-year-old race without a gun runner. Sierra Leone is our second choice.
Yeah, only ran one time, was impressive. This is a $2.3 million purchase at the sales. Yes, it is. Chad Price.
So the Remsen coming up nice and tough, a good field. Here's the call.
Private Desire tugging to the front is now going to challenge Dornock as they hook up with the backstretch. There's Bilal, well settled in third. Domestic Product on a tight hold here is in fourth at the rail there. Moving forward is Where's Chris is in the 5th position. Out in the center of the racetrack is Copper Tax. Then moving forward is Drum Roll Please. Tightly bunched on the front end. At the rail there is La Dame Bro. Moonlight is the gray. Sierra Leone is the trailer. It's about 12 lengths the trailer. They went 23 seconds flat for that opening quarter mile. Dornock is the leader. Bilal is right there, stalking from second. Private Desires lost some ground in third. Domestic Product starts to move forward as at the rail in fourth. Where's Chris is in between horses in fifth. Copper Tax out wider. Shoved along is La Dame Bro. Drum Roll Please is going to corner wide. Here comes a run from Moonlight. Arad Ortiz Jr. is the gray. They're on the move, about to split rivals. Sierra Leone is still the trailer. 46-4, the half-mile time. Dornock is the leader. Bilal is ready to challenge. Domestic Product got off the rail. Here comes a big run from Drum Roll Please from the back. Where's Chris is launching a rally, and here comes the big bounding strides of Sierra Leone from the back of the field. Up top, it's the top of the stretch, and it's Dornock who's kicked. Dornock is now opening up that margin. It's Dornock who's up by 3-4 wide, just ducked in there. Sierra Leone is rolling. Here comes the big bounding strides of Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone from last to first. This is a big effort. Battling on is Dornock, who's back to second. Sierra Leone is dugging in. Dornock is coming back. Dornock not done. It's gonna be a photo! A photo, and I think Dornock got there.
And Dornock all hard. It looked like he was beat by Sierra Leone, but came up the rail, and I think they have a really promising horse. I remember his dam Puka. Bill Mott campaigned her. She never really did get a big win, but she was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, she's got stake winners in the family. She's obviously everybody going to want to breed to her now. And Dornock looking has no chance. Chris made a great call. Sierra Leone was by. I mean, the race was over. And then here comes Dornock. He said, what? Here comes Dornock. And then he actually called Dornock the winner. Great call by Chris.
It certainly was. But we're going to head to another break, but we have the Big Five Hall of Fame. You don't want to miss that. Our good friend DJ got inducted from the Wells Fargo from last Saturday night. Stick around.
Get ready to experience the excitement of the racetrack, thundering into your speakers with grace and style. It's hot to trot. Host Ashley Eisenbiel and Dawn Elmock, your racing and pop culture gurus from the Pennsylvania Horse Racing Association, brings you the hot topics, funny commentary, interviews, and much more. It's not just a podcast, it's a winner's circle of wit and wisdom. Hold your reins, and they're off.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss country superstar and 14-time Grammy Award winner Martina McBride on Saturday, December 16, as she brings her Joy of Christmas tour to the stage of the Excite Center inside Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win. This is how you win. Tickets on sale now.
Well, welcome back, Let's Go Racing fans. And Dick Girardi, you were inducted into yet another Hall of Fame. This is the Big 5 Hall of Fame down at the Wells Fargo Center last Saturday, and that had to be such an honor for you.
It really was, Danny. It was funny. I came up here in February of 1985 to cover the new Garden State Park. I wasn't here to cover college basketball, but I was here like a year, and I said, hey, you know what? If you ever need somebody, you can send me. I know something about it. First game they sent me to was Rutgers Temple. I got to meet John Chaney. Second game was the LaSalle Holy Cross game. Speedy Marsh and a freshman Lionel Simmons, who went on to be a National Player of the Year. Got to cover Jameer Nelson, a Player of the Year. Phil Martelli had a great run with him. And I was sitting courtside when Chris Jenkins made the legendary shot in Houston for Villanova when they won the Final Four National Championship in 2016. So it was a great run all the way through. And it was a great Saturday night to get to see a lot of friends I hadn't seen. I've been out of the paper for 7 years now, and it was everybody that you wanted to see, including our man Bruce. Was he there, Tammy?
He was there catching up with some of your colleagues to see what you meant to Philadelphia basketball.
Well, Dick knows better than anybody that I rank things for a living, and he is absolutely the #1 overall seed among college basketball writers in my era of being around the Big 5 and Philadelphia. Congratulations.
Dick on the college basketball side was a pleasure to work with. He was knowledgeable, he was collaborative, he cared about the athletes and the coaches and the institution, and he just was so dedicated to try to kind of get it right for everybody. He had no agenda outside of just trying to state the facts and give everybody their due, so it was a pleasure working with him.
First thing that comes to mind is an absolute legend. He anytime I had a question, I would call Dick. He's one of many mentors that I had, covering sports in this area. And he was a human, walking, talking, breathing encyclopedia. The beauty about Dick is he knew everyone. He knew everything about everyone. And he had a way of expressing that.
You and Dick Girardi, that's sort of two peas in a pod all these years, and you're going into the Hall of Fame together. That's pretty exciting.
Look, it's an honor. It's humbling. Dick, to me, there's only one Dick Girardi, and everybody that knows Dick Girardi, that's just, we all know he's Dick. He does things his way. Nobody's going to tell him, he has opinions. He told me one time, I'll never forget, he says, write like you talk. And I looked at him, I'm like, Dick, what do you mean? And it took a while to sink in, but I understood what he was saying. And to know him for as long as I have, and to been a colleague and a friend and whatever, it's just been, to go in with him makes it even more special to me.
Just phenomenal guys and who cared deeply about Philadelphia and Philadelphia college basketball and wrote well. And back in the day when the newspaper industry was different, then it's just different now. And but they became great friends. And Girardi, a spectacular guy, tremendous to talk to. And both of those guys, you know what I would do with both of them is I'd say way more than I would to any other sports writer. They just got stuff out of me that I can't even believe I used to say. But that's the quality of both of those guys, because I felt so strongly about how much I trusted them, how honest and hardworking and diligent they were.
Well, it's pretty cool that not only has Dick been a part of some of the biggest moments in basketball in Philadelphia, but sports here in horse racing as well.
Yeah, it's been a great run, Danny. It's been hanging out with you now for the last 3 years doing this show.
Having a lot of fun, too. Well, let's get to our Jockey and Trainer of the Week, brought to you by Turning for Home. Congratulations, Dexter Haddock. He had a phenomenal week. He had a 3-win Tuesday, and he's no stranger to some big stakes wins as well.
I'm a big Dexter fan. I think he's terrific.
Me too. He rides a lot of my horses. The Black Panther, as his agent calls him. And congratulations, Butch Reed. I mean, Butch is on some kind of run. He just has really quality horses, but they all look phenomenal, and he is quite the conditioner.
And it doesn't matter where he runs them, here, there, or anywhere, he wins.
Yeah, it's been a real fun to be a part of the team. Congratulations, Butch. Well, let's get to the best of the rest, and we're going to take a look back at the Aqueduct, the Grade 2 Cigar Mile. This is a famous race, the one-turn mile, $500,000. Some pretty good names in this race.
Yeah, named after the Great Cigar, of course. It was originally the Naira Mile, but Hoist the Gold, the 11, Danny, just takes this break wire to wire with Johnny V, Dallas Stewart. I did not see this coming. I mean, this horse has some good races. Over $1 million now, won easy by almost 5 lengths. Hoist the Gold, a giant race. And they're talking about maybe going to the Saudi Cup or something after that effort.
Well, it'll be some big money, sure like that sloppy track. But we're going to go back to Monday. This is the 7th race, a maiden claiming 30,000. Why are we talking about this race? But talking about it because the number 6 Ballyamore is going to catch Butch Reed's checking boxes at the wire with a flying finish. Now, this jockey, Richard Mitchell, he is beloved in Jamaica, and I caught up with him on Jamaica.
He breaks good. Then he taking back. I said, what's wrong? I keep teasing him, and I see he's going. So at the top of the stretch, I asked him to run, and I see kick right in.
You are beloved in Jamaica.
Very much.
What do you want to say to everybody watching?
Jamaica, you still see Richard Mitchell there, man. Hold tight, all right?
We're going to head out west to the Grade 1 Hollywood Derby at Del Mar, $300,000, a mile and an eighth on the turf. And, of course, a New York trainer is going to go all the way here, program trading.
Yeah, Chad Brown, he's the 8. He comes with a classic Chad Brown late run. This horse is a length and a quarter from being undefeated. Danny won the Saratoga Derby Invitational and win this race by a neck. Only race he got beaten in was the Virginia Derby. And who beat him? Integration, the horse we talked about, Kendrick Carmouche. It's the best horse he's ever ridden. Shug McGahee trains. Both of these are going to be major players as 4-year-old turf horses in 2024. Look out for both of them.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good matchup when they team back up again. Flavian Pratt, of course, with a great ride. Well, it is time for Eye on Racing. A little quiet around the country. It is the holidays, but we're getting ready here at Parks for the big return of Aoife's Magic. We have 2 Pennsylvania-bred PA sired stakes. She's going to make her first debut in 2 turns in the Misbehavior.
Right after Christmas, December 27th, there'll be one for the males, one for the females, and we'll see if she can go 2 turns. So far, perfect for the daughter of Smarty Jones.
Yeah, and the boys will be in the wait for it. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. You don't want to miss that. Well, we're going to go to our final break, but we still have Parks picks, so stick around.
When you open the Bet Parks app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moments. It's the anticipation of another face card, the thrill of an extra spin, and the pure joy of a jackpot. It's all your favorite games at your fingertips. Plus, get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. You play for fun, you love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
Get ready to experience the excitement of the racetrack, thundering into your speakers with grace and style. It's hot to trot. Host Ashley Eisenbiel and Donnell Mock, your racing and pop culture gurus from the Pennsylvania Horse Racing Association, brings you the hot topics, funny commentary, interviews, and much more. It's not just a podcast, it's a winner's circle of wit and wisdom. Hold your reins, and they're off.
Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Go Racing. Well, this is Parks Picks, and Dick and I are going to lay it down. We're going to take a look at Monday's 8th race, and I'm going to go with the sentimental pick. That's Word on a Wing. Yep. Back in the barn of Kate DeMasi. She bred this horse. She won like 7 races with this horse. He has a new tactic, laying off the pace, and I like that she kept Ramon Moya aboard. He was riding him for Scott Lake, and he's doing well with him.
Look, this is a cool horse. Just a question of where is he at the moment in his career, and I'm going to do what I always do. I'm picking the 1, Strugard. Jamie Nesta, last time I looked, Danny had won 4,822 races this year. I'm going to go for another one. I like Strugard, Jamie Nesta, the 1 horse.
The Ness Express. I like the picks. Well, make sure you come join us. We are still live racing here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Post time is 12:05. Hope you had a great show. Dick and I sure did. We will catch you next week on Let's Go Racing.
And they're off. Skippy Longstocking has early speed. We the people from in between horses. Taba's got the lead now. It's Taba in the center of the racetrack, but Taba is drawing away, and Taba with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parks Pennsylvania Derby.